Hey everyone, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs. I'm here today to bring you a new Transformers review. This figure is not that new, but I just finally found it in stores. It's kind of hard to come by, so I figured I'd go ahead and review it. This is the Voyager class Sentinel Prime from Dark of the Moon. I've got some really good things to say about this figure and some bad things, so pay attention. First of all, it is just about 7 inches tall. 6.5 anyway. So it's about in line with the rest of the Voyager class figures. It's a little bit small compared to the old ones from the previous lines, but it is in line with the current figures. It's got a decent amount of paint, as you can see, so it looks pretty good. The only real complaint I have, I know the face isn't quite right, but I don't expect it to be perfect, is the hands. If they were silver, or at least painted something, it would be a lot better. But the chest has a lot of paint. There's a lot of variation in the other plastic parts, and it just looks pretty good. From the front, it's got really nice proportions, nice long legs as the primes are supposed to have. Looks really good. The light piping on the head does work. I think you can kind of see it on the in the video, but the problem is his eyes are white. It's clear plastic, so it doesn't show up that well, even though it works really well. Still looks good though. He does have a really large mech tech gun, which works as like the fire hose thing that goes on top of him in vehicle mode, and then it becomes his gun in robot mode. And you can actually take this, and once you push it down, rotate it to hold it in place. So that's pretty cool. Works nicely, and then it has this mechanism on it for using in vehicle mode. So it's pretty cool. It could use some paint, definitely, and some variation in the plastic, but it does have a lot of molded detail and a lot of moving parts on it. This part bends, both of these come out, and the top part folds down. So pretty nice. Similar to one of the other ones. I can't remember which. It might be Optimus, but I'm not sure. Either way, that's his mech tech. He can hold it in his hands, obviously, as a gun. This is supposed to be the gun that he uses in the movie, but it's really huge. So, I don't know. It's really huge. It weighs his arm down even a little bit, but it's still there, so that's nice enough. Let's talk about articulation. The head is on a regular rotation there, no ball joint. Shoulders go forward, backward, in and out. It's got a bicep swivel up there, single jointed elbow, but you get nice articulation out of it. 90 degrees, no problem. No wrist articulation at all. No waist articulation. Hips, standard hips, ratcheted in and out, front to back. The knee, single jointed, but plenty of range of motion there. 90 degrees again, so that's okay. It does have a rotation in there as well. Only problem is you can't really use all that articulation in the knee and hips too much because the feet have almost no articulation. They don't rock side to side at all. And front and back is really just a matter of the transformation. It doesn't help really in posing too much. And unfortunately, even though he doesn't really have a backpack that's connected to him per se, he looks alright. He's a little narrow, but his cape is connected very strangely. It doesn't look good really, in my opinion, at all. He's got this tail thing that comes out to connect it down there, and it just snaps in up top, and that's really all you can do with it. It doesn't look good, in my opinion. The leader class one was a little bit cumbersome, but it looked a lot better than this, so unfortunately it's not the best. But like I said, the sculpt and the paint on it is actually really nice. It's really nice for the Voyager class figures. I am not upset that I bought this figure. It's a good figure. I do recommend it. Just if you're worried about the backpack looking bad, then just display him so you see him forward. And as long as you're looking at him from the front, it looks really good. Sculpt-wise, he's spot on. He could have a little bit more paint, but they all could. So I'm not going to complain about that. I'm going to give this guy an 8 out of 10. It's a really nice figure. It's not perfect, but it will do the job. It looks really good. So that's the robot mode. I'm going to go ahead and get him transformed, and then we'll talk about the vehicle mode. So stay tuned. Okay, so we've got him transformed now, and it looks pretty good actually. I like this figure in robot mode a lot. I actually like the vehicle mode a lot too. Again, they gave him the clear windshield though, so you can see inside. It doesn't look very good, but I guess that's alright. I'd rather it was tinted black or something. What are you going to do though? It's got some really nice details. The paint apps are all good. Now, the Autobot logo on both sides is worn off. I'm assuming that's because of what happens in the movie. but I can't be positive. It looks like it's the exact same wear on both sides, so it's probably supposed to be like that, but I can't say for sure. It doesn't have any paint for the tail lights. It doesn't have any paint for the headlights. It does have tinted blue plastic for the light bar up top, so that's cool. Clear side windows as well. Not too much kibble on the bottom. The chest piece you can still kind of see from the sides, but that's about it. Looks okay from the front. It's still kind of open there, but what are you going to do? From the back, it looks pretty good. The MechTech gun, like I said, does attach to the top. It has that mechanism there. If you pop it out from that little peg, you can rotate it and move it however you want. You can obviously still use it like a MechTech gun. And you can still lock it, of course, too. So you could leave it like that if you wanted to. I think that's really goofy looking, so I wouldn't do that personally. I would just leave it like that. But there you have it. It's pretty good vehicle mode. No real complaints there. It's still kind of small for being a Voyager class, like always. Just 6 1/4, almost 6 1/2. But it is really good for what it is. And I got it for $17, so I'm happy with it. I'm gonna give the vehicle mode an 8 out of 10. Just a couple things I would change, like the tinted glass maybe, or the chest piece tucking in a little better. But it's not bad. Really simple conversion. Could use a little more paint, but still a good figure. So there you go. I recommend you pick it up if you get a chance, especially if you can get it at Target for $17 like I did. They're on sale right now, so go take a look for that. Keep an eye out for more reviews and more custom figures, and in the meantime, keep collecting.